Good morning, chat. Welcome back to episode 9. Episode 9 of the Powerlifting Off-Season Training Arc. Today is secondary squat and tertiary bench press day. Very, very easy day. This entire training week is going to be a pretty interesting one to say the least, especially near the end of the week where I'm going to be having all my primary work. Today I have to do really easy pause squats and sets of 7 on bench press. So very easy compound work, and then we're going to be going to the gym. Let's look on the Discord server under content suggestions because I got a ton of really good ideas to talk about for today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my 3 favorite squat variations that help me squat 600 pounds. Over the course of my powerlifting career, I've tried almost every single squat variation. And what I say in this video is specifically what I've responded well to, what I've given to my clients, what they've responded really well to as well. With the information that I give you guys today, you can try applying it to your own training and hopefully it can have some good carryover so you guys hit some nice squat PRs. I feel really good today. It's around noon and I already had my breakfast, my smoothie bowl, had some caffeine in my system, and I'm chugging on some liquid IV. I will be training alone today because Anna's deloading doesn't want to work out with me. Before I get started, I want to remind you guys that my free 12-week beginner powerlifting program is in my description. On top of my free powerlifting program, there's an application for my coaching service. So if you want to work directly with me for online powerlifting coaching, click the link in my description and fill out an application. Anyways, that's enough yapping. I'm ready to get started. Let's go work out. The first variation that I wanted to talk about is the pause squat. The pause squat can be very beneficial for a ton of powerlifters. That being said, if your sticking point is coming out of the hole, or if you feel like you lose your positioning very easily at the bottom of a squat, the pause squat is one of those variations to correct those or get you stronger in that positioning. When I say pause squat, I mean coming to a full, complete, motionless stop at the bottom of your squat. If you want to get the most out of this variation, you don't want to have fast or rushed pauses. One thing that I used to do that was not very good for my squat was kind of like dive bomb and crash into the bottom of a squat. If you do that on pause squat, you get punished for it. By implementing pause squats into my training, I learned to control my squats a little bit more and have a lot more stability at the bottom positioning. I'm gonna start working out, and then as this workout continues, I'll talk about the other 2 variations that I feel can help you guys out with your squat. I don't think I've shown you guys this yet on my YouTube channel, but I've been doing this for my warm-up routine on lower body days, and it really gets my hip flexors going. Like I feel really good doing these. So what I'm gonna be doing, loading up like a plate loaded belt squat, any kind of belt squat, and I'm literally just doing standing marches in place. I don't do reps here, I kind of just time myself for like 30, 45 seconds, and that's 1 set. Doing 2 rounds of these, my hip flexors, my glutes, everything feels so good by the time I finished going through my 2 sets. Try doing this out. Let me know what you guys think.
Flashing lights dance with fire in the night, I'm wired. Watch the time pass us by, here's this feeling lying. Could you pass the lighter? Yeah, I'm
about to show you guys truly how to execute pause squats today. I mentioned to you guys, like you're not gonna get the most out of the variation if you kind of like half-ass the pauses. So let's show you some A+ pause work today during these working sets. So my first working set is with 180, I think. Let me look. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's like such a bad habit. I keep talking to you guys before I know exactly what I'm doing, and I assume that I know, but I don't. I was wrong. Today, we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 5. First set with 190, second set with 195, third set with 200. Friends are getting high.
trying to keep my cool. Nicotine in my veins, flaming up the sides. What am I supposed to do? Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo.
Wow, felt good. One mistake that a lot of powerlifters make during the pause squat is kind of like bouncing out of the hole after the pause. The purpose of a pause squat is to get rid of the stretch reflex. So if you're like sitting at the bottom of the squat during your pause, and then you like do like a double dip, that's what I like to call it, you're kind of like defeating the purpose of the pause squat. Whenever you're pausing, you want to try coming to a complete stop, being motionless, and then driving out of that pause position without doing that double dip. That's how you're gonna know that you're getting the most out of your pause squats. That felt so clean.
Hopeless solution. Baby, I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're
God damn it, Freezy! All right, before I forget, let's talk about the second variation that I think can help you guys out and improve your squat. I talked about pause squat already. The next one I want to talk about is high bar squatting. High bar squatting I feel like is very beneficial for people that primarily low bar squat. Adding it in as a secondary or a tertiary day, if you know that your posterior chain cannot handle 2 or 3 low bar squat days a week, it might be very beneficial to add into your program because some people might need that extra stimulus without putting too much strain on their posterior chain. Because you guys know, high bar squat is a very different positioning compared to like a low bar squat. So for someone like me, for example, I responded very well to squatting 3 times a week, that third day being very light high bar squat stimulus 2 days before my primary squat session. Another reason why I think high bar squat can help you guys out is because it's very like quad dominant. If you feel like your quads give out, like that's the reason why you can't progress your squat, you want to improve your strength in your quads, adding in high bar squat could be something that can help you guys out. I want to throw in an honorable mention right now before I do the third one. I'll talk about safety squat bar. I wouldn't rank safety squat bar as a top 3 variation, but it is an honorable mention. Yeah, let's throw in an honorable mention while we're talking about like an alternate style of squatting. Safety squat bar is a good alternative to high bar squatting if you have poor shoulder mobility. For example, I have a client right now who tore his labrum in his shoulder doing like a wrestling match, and he cannot back squat anymore. But he can use a safety squat bar instead of doing like a regular back squat because his hands are in front of him now rather than holding the barbell on his back. That's a good alternative. So yeah, we talked about high bar squatting, we talked about safety squat bar as an honorable mention, and then after I do my accessories today, we'll talk about that third and final variation. But right now, I have to bench, and it's actually pretty heavy today. I have to do 3 sets of 7 on bench press, my top set being 160 kilos. Holy fuck. It's a lot for a set of 7.
Moving through all my feels, you're blurring out my vision. Watching your every smile like your television. In your eyes I see myself, I'm falling. Make it make sense, it must be the temptation speaking. What am I supposed to do, cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo, put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution.
God.
Oh yeah.
MF, that was a lot of reps. For the third set too?
Yeah, you can call me lover boy. They say I throw my heart around.
All right, chat. While we end our amazing day together, I wanted to talk about the last variation that I feel like could benefit you guys in improving your squat.
Is it time for Love Island yet?
Yeah, we're let me talk about tempo squatting first, and then we can watch Love Island. I love tempo squats for so many reasons. First reason is because when I was injured, I was very sensitive to certain loads and above a certain threshold, and I couldn't get a good stimulus with my competition style squatting unless I added like a little bit of a tempo to make it a lot harder. So when I was rehabbing, tempo squats were like a staple in my programming. Wherever you are in your powerlifting journey, I feel like tempo squats can have a really good benefit to you. For example, like if you are really funky with like your foot pressure, your center of mass is all over the place, especially on the way down in your squat, adding an eccentric tempo can really help you improve in that area. Personally, my favorite tempo to do on squat is 3-1-0 tempo. So 3 seconds on the way down, 1 second pause, and then just squat as normally as you would. Yeah, tempo squats are primarily gonna be on your secondary or your tertiary squat days. You never really wanna go too heavy on tempo squats because you're probably not gonna be doing it to the best of your ability. But yeah, so to kind of recap everything that we were talking about today, the 3 variations plus an honorable mention are gonna be pause squats, high bar squatting, tempo squatting. The honorable mention being safety squat bar if you have one accessible to you in your gym. Those are my favorite squat variations that help me get to where I am today. Squatting 600 plus pounds for reps now, which is pretty cool to say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys can take something away from this and apply it to your own training and hopefully improve your squats. So let me know that you're still watching this video. Comment down below what your current squat 1 rep max is. That'll let me know that you watched all the way to the end of this video and that you love listening to me talk and yap and lift, and you're a real subscriber and I love you.
What? I love you.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. See you guys in the next YouTube video.
Peace.